Your friends will make or break you. The people you surround yourself with shape your personality in more ways than one. It's common sense that hanging out with certain people will have certain traits rub off on you, but we've seen it unfold in real time. In my life, I used to hang out with certain people who participated in activities that I didn't want any part of. And because I was surrounded with that crowd, I would take part in those activities even though that wasn't what I wanted for my life. A lot of times, those activities that people participate in will reflect on you and affect the way you look to the public because you surround yourself with certain people. And more than that, they will affect the way you act, because when you're surrounded by people, okay, think about like the homie, he doesn't do his homework, so I'm not gonna do my homework. The homie, he ain't made a video this week, so I'm not gonna make a video. If you're surrounded with a bunch of people who make videos every day or who do their work every day, you're gonna want to do exactly what they do the same way they do it. There are some recent examples that we saw unfold in real time. The first one I want to talk about is Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty spent a lot of time hanging around Drake. And one thing we know about Drake is he is an appropriator of styles, of culture, of everything. And he'll get close to an artist and completely take everything about them and make that his own style because he is unoriginal. And Lil Yachty, an artist who is known for being more original than anyone else, has recently been under fire for stealing Playboi Carti's new sound. Now, why does that make any sense when Lil Yachty's previous sound that he was using was probably one of the most original, refreshing sounds in the game? Now with everybody seeing that, okay, now he's trying to steal Carti's flow, he's trying to sound like Playboi Carti, he's getting a lot less love from the rap game and a lot more hate. And the reason you get hate in a situation like that is because people want to see you be yourself. They don't want to see Lil Yachty imitate Playboi Carti. They want to see Lil Yachty be Lil Yachty. I feel like this is behavior that rubbed off from Drake, because Drake is somebody who got on a bunch of songs with Future and started rapping about certain stuff. He got on a bunch of songs with 21 Savage, started rapping about certain stuff. When you spend a lot of time with people, whether you know it or not, those traits will rub off on you. A lot of times, if these people are doing the wrong thing for themselves, then it'll become you doing the wrong thing for you. So I think it's important to monitor who you're hanging out with. Think about who you're spending time with, because time is money. Time is more valuable than money. So if you're spending your time with people who aren't gonna bring value into your life or gonna take value out of it or take what's special about you and make it less special, you're doing yourself a disservice. Another recent example is DJ Academics. DJ Academics is a huge fan of Drake, and not quite in his inner circle, but has had close contact with Drake. Recently, Academics has been under fire for some allegations. Rather than speak on the allegations, I want to speak on how people may end up in this situation themselves. See, he wasn't alone when he got into this situation, he was with friends. And I don't know, if I'm hearing from the blogs that Academics has done this in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised if his friends were present in that moment. And not to say Academics is a saint, because he clearly isn't, but when you hang out with certain people, certain behaviors will rub off on you. And especially the people you look up to. If the people you look up to are into a certain thing and do a certain thing, then you're not gonna feel no type of way about doing it. Now, more than even other people affecting your behaviors, when certain people get into sticky situations because of their actions, if you surround yourself with them, if you attach yourself to them, then that will put you under the microscope too, which is why Academics has been experiencing such backlash from people considering his recent situation, especially because he's been fanboy over Drake for the last however 6, 7, 8 years. See, now that Drake's going down, they're trying to take Academics with him. And whether or not he is guilty, it looks bad for him to be associated with the dude who is getting destroyed by mountains and mountains of evidence on the internet. And this isn't something we see like once or twice. We see this a lot. Like, for example, with the entire Combs family. The entire Combs family recently was brought in for certain charges that I would rather not get into this video, simply because they're surrounded by the one top person. And if you're influenced by a certain person, then the way you look at things are gonna be different. And you're influenced by your friends, you're influenced by the people you look up to, your role models, and you're influenced by the people you pay attention to, the people you stan. So make sure always to stan the right people and keep the right people around you, because if you surround yourself with the wrong people who do the wrong things, don't be surprised when you end up doing the wrong things and have to pay the consequences for it. A lot of times though, when you're surrounded with the wrong people, it's hard to notice, man. Or maybe you notice, but you don't think about it. You think about it like, oh, this is what everybody is, this is what everybody acts like behind the curtains, but it's not. It's not. Certain people are just dark, evil people with bad agendas trying to do bad things. And if you surround yourself with people and give them excuses like, oh, I'm sure everybody's like this behind the curtain. No, like, it's not even that bad. They're not doing anything bad to nobody. Man, you're gonna find yourself in that seat eventually, bro. The hot seat where everybody's looking at you, everybody's picking you apart. So man, be mindful of who you surround yourself with, who you attach yourself to, who you stan even, especially if you're on the internet, bro. Because if you're the #1 fan of somebody, bro, and they come out looking crazy, bro, who else looks crazy? The dude with a poster of him on his wall? Be aware of how much you let people control your life. Because I was watching this video the other week, or not, actually last week, of academics, and he was talking about Drake. He was basically saying, oh, you know what Drake said?
Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
And do you think Drake actually does it? You think Drake actually starts drinking in the morning? The only person who's paying for believing that is academics. And it's sad, bro, because it's like he probably just believes that because he wants to believe everything Drake says. He's a huge fan of Drake. He thinks about Drake is this to me, so I'm gonna listen to what he says. You know, there's this one rapper I listen to who gives a lot of game, but in some songs he promotes a lifestyle that I don't want to live. And a lot of times listening to that music, I'll think, okay, that lifestyle sounds cool. When I have the opportunity, I want to live that lifestyle, but no, you gotta pick what you want to emulate out of people and leave what you don't, or leave what you can tell isn't right. Because if you take everything, man, you're gonna end up with drug problems, you're gonna end up with legal problems, you're gonna end up with all type of stuff. From your favorite rapper, think about your favorite artists, bro. What do they rap about? If you take everything that you hear and like live by that, bro, man, you're gonna be cheating on your girlfriend, you're gonna be having a bunch of drug problems, having a bunch of, man, that's not the way anybody should live. And especially if you're gonna make those decisions, make them on your own accord, not because somebody told you. And I just I don't know, I think about that a lot, because a lot of people live lives for other people. A lot of people think, okay, if I can get the approval of my friends, then I'm gonna do this. If it'll get me the approval of my friends, then I will do this. But you shouldn't feel like you have to do anything for anyone's approval or to be righteous in anybody else's view, because the only view that matters is yourself. You know, I had to struggle with this a little bit ago because I dropped a video that people didn't like. And you know, I was thinking maybe I should take the video down, maybe I should re-edit the video, but at the end of the day, bro, the only person whose view matters is mine. If I feel like I said the right things, if I feel like I had the right opinions, then who is somebody in my comment section to tell me I didn't? And that's the way everybody should live. Nobody should let the people around them affect them, especially the people they look up to. In a perfect world, it wouldn't. The reality of it is it does. So you gotta make sure at all times that you are in control of your actions, that you are in control of everything you do, and all the time that you spend, that you do it intentionally. That you don't just spend time with people who are gonna bring bad things into your life. Rather, spend time with people who are going to bring the right things into your life, the things that you want to emulate, not the things that, oh, they might like me more if I do this with them. Nah, man, that's the wrong way to live.